Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. You know, Michael Jordan's Defensive Player of the Year award is very underrated, very underappreciated, undervalued. During these, when you hear these discussions or debates about the greatest of all time, or you'll hear people say things like such and such player is the best all around. He's the best all around player of all time. And they never talk about the defensive end, right? So when you take a deep look at Michael Jordan's Defensive Player of the Year award that season, you look at the stats he put up, the team he played on, and the era that he played in. It's crazy, super impressive, the numbers that he was able to accomplish and the things that he was able to do and how he was able to carry that team that whole season. We all know Michael Jordan's the only person to win Defensive Player of the Year award and a scoring title in the same season, right? But not only that, Michael Jordan is one of only two Defensive Player of the Year award winners to play 40-plus minutes a game, the other being Hakeem Olajuwon. Michael Jordan has the third highest assist average for a Defensive Player of the Year award winner. Michael Jordan has the second highest steal average for Defensive Player of the Year award winner. And the person who beat him in the steal average beat him by like 0.2. But Michael Jordan also averaged 1.6 blocks compared to the other player who only averaged 0.5 blocks. So you see the all-around defensive effort and game of Michael Jordan with those stats. Also, Michael Jordan has the highest win share for Defensive Player of the Year by a mile. A mile. No one has above 16. Michael Jordan was above 21. Now, when we think about Defensive Player of the Years, or you think about the greatest defensive players of all time, you'll hear names like Bill Russell. You'll hear names like Dennis Rodman. You'll hear names like Hakeem Olajuwon. But you rarely will hear people say Michael Jordan. And I'm not saying that Michael Jordan is the greatest defensive player of all time, because I don't believe he is the greatest defensive player of all time. However, when you take into account both sides of the basketball, the excellence and the dominance on both sides of the ball, there is not one single person in the history of the NBA that you can name that dominated both sides of the ball. The only person that you can maybe bring up in that discussion is Will Chamberlain. He's the only person that dominated both sides of the ball the way that Michael Jordan dominated both sides of the ball. However, when you think about it, Will Chamberlain as opposed to a Michael Jordan, Will Chamberlain was 7 foot plus and was able to dominate with his size and strength, whereas Michael Jordan was 6'5", 6'6" in sneakers, let's say, 190 pounds, 200 pounds, and dominated an era of big men, a physical era at that size. That's more impressive for me defensively and offensively than what Will Chamberlain was able to accomplish at his size in his era. So for me, Michael Jordan is the greatest two-way player of all time. It's not even close. And if you look at the numbers that he put up during his Defensive Player of the Year season, it speaks volumes and it proves that fact. And Michael Jordan probably could have won Defensive Player of the Year award again in his career. But when you look at the era he played in, he played with legendary defensive players. Dikembe Mutombo, Gary Payton, guys like that who won multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards, like an Alonzo Mourning. So for me, when you take a look at Michael Jordan's Defensive Player of the Year award that season, it's very underrated, and we should put a lot more value on that season and stop downplaying the greatness on both sides, the all-around game of Michael Jordan.